the one, the only Benzion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun Benzion. Today's daf is Nazir daf nun hey number 55. A great share for you today. This is a really good share. This is a machlokas that comes up a lot of times in Shas. This famous machlokas in Rebbe and Rabbi Yehuda. Oel zarak shmei oel lav shmei oel. Is an oel that's moving considered an oel or not? Rebbe says not. Rabbi Yehuda says yes, it is. But the Gemara is not satisfied with that. The Gemara has problems with that from our Mishnah. Because they're arguing in Eretz Amim or in Chutz La'aretz we talked about. So there's two different answers the Gemara gives to the machlokas, understandings of machlokas Rebbe and Yehuda. One machlokas is that they both hold avira, just being in Chutz La'aretz to go there. It's not because of actual tumah of corpses buried under the ground. The question is whether they go there or not for being in Chutz La'aretz when you're in Oel. Is it shliach or not shliach? And the second machlokas, which seems to be the maskana, is that really they are goes. It is a problem that we're worried there's corpse tumah. And everybody holds Oel Zarek Shmei Oel. A moving Oel is considered an Oel. The question is whether it goes there, you're going to take your head out, most of your head and body, and become Tameh when they're not in the Oel. If you're in a closed Oel, it is an Oel. Now, that seems to be the maskana of the Gemara. The problem is, if you look in Beis, on the Ein Mishpat, it quotes from the Gemara, Lo Shmei Oel, Oel Zarek Lo Shmei Oel. The maskana of the Gemara is everyone agrees Oel Zarek Shmei Oel. So the Mefarish explains, Tosafos first explanation explains that. So that's a problem. Second question is, what's his language? Oel Zarek. Zarek means to throw something. The machlokas really is about Oel ha-nayid, Oel that's moving. That's the question. Zarek is thrown, right? And the third problem is that Rabbi Yehuda, who's the one that's Batayr, we have him quoted in a brisa over here that he says, Teva shimalei kalim zarek al pnei base, but Oel tzmeah. He agrees that if you throw a box full of kalim, not a person, you throw it on top of a mace, top of a corpse where it's buried, it's matame. Rabbi Yehuda says, "Oel zarek lav shmei." That's going to everyone holds Oel zarek lav shmei. Right? There's no gzeir. The kalim are going to come out and put most of the kalim outside the Oel. So what's going on over here? So I'd like to focus on the word zarek, Oel zarek shmei Oel, and that's exactly the case Rabbi Yehuda was talking about. The reason Oel zarek shmei Oel or lav shmei Oel is because when I throw a box, something's in a box, and I throw it, that shows I don't really care so much for the box because the box can break very easily. So when I take a box full of kalim and I throw it, I'm showing that I'm not machshiv. I don't give importance to the box if it breaks or not. So once I do that, I'm showing that it's not a chatzitza. I'm showing chatzitza is not just based on the physical interposition. It's based on I have to be machshiv. I have to give importance to it. When I throw it, it could break. So therefore, Oel zarek, that's the lashon. Oel zarek, it's not considered an Oel. It's not considered. I'm not machshav as an interposition. Even Rabbi Yehuda would say it's not an interposition. And here also in the maskana of the Gemara, where the Gemara is Oel zarek shmei Oel. It depends on what you interpret sheda teva or migdal. What are we talking about? Sheda teva and migdal. A person travels in a box, in a closet. So I think there's a differentiation between a sheda teva and migdal happens to apply practically nowadays. I would say shida or teva. Shida is a trunk. A car has a trunk. It sounds like the word truck. I don't know. Teva is a box-like structure. Cars have box-like structures. If you go in a car in Chutz La'aretz, or you go in an airplane, migdal, and tower air, you go in an airplane, you go in things like that. So there, where you're in a car and the person's pressing on the gas, that's moving. That's not zarek. You're not throwing that. You really want that car. People buy expensive cars. They want to keep their cars in good shape. There, the Gemara says, Oel zarek is shmei Oel, because I'm machshav, I give importance to the car, so of course it's going to be interposition. The case where we hold it's not going to be interposition is where it's something which is drawn, like an RV, right? Or maybe a horse-drawn carriage or something like that, where the wagon is in the back or the RV is in the back, where you're not in the RV is not powering the movement over there. It's being dragged along. Zarek is being dragged along. It's being thrown. When it's being thrown, in that case, that's the maskana, that's halacha. That's Oel zarek. That's really an Oel zarek. That could be an interpretation of sheda teva migdal, right? If you're in an RV, recreational vehicle, trailer home or something like that. Or even if you're in a truck and the truck is attached, you're in the back part of the truck, not the front part of the truck, so you're not the one moving it. So it's being dragged along. So that's not an oil. That's not an interposition because it's not as important to you because you're not the one powering it inside of it. But if you're the one driving in a car or driving a person in an airplane, the passengers, the pilot is flying the plane, that he's machshiv, he considers it important. And there we would say, nayid is shmei oel. It's only a zark when it's dragged or you throw it, then you're not machshiv it. It's not going to be interposition, or it's dragged. You're not machshiv it as much, and therefore it would not be an interposition. It would not be a chatzisa, and the tuma would go into the. That seems to be the maskana of the Gemara. Hope you enjoy my share. See you in the next one.